Not too many years ago, within the Sylph Company, a revelation of the modern age was sparked, and Porygon was created. The world's first truly artificial Pokémon. Years after that, the Sylph Company decided to enhance their design to allow Porygon to easily traverse space, resulting in the sleeker and more durable Porygon 2. To the Galactic scientists, this is what made it the perfect blueprint for Cyrus's plan. But Cyrus saw something much deeper within his potential. No matter how far you fly into space, you can never quite reach the gods. They travel on a different path. Cyrus is a mastermind, a truly brilliant man. He did his research. He traveled to the various ruins of Sinnoh. He sent his scientists out to collect the energy left by the sacred Mount Coronet. And when they returned, they worked meticulously, day in and day out, to create a body of code that would allow Porygon 2 to absorb the essence of the Sinnoh legendary Pokémon. Much to their chagrin, the Galactic scientists thought they had failed when they applied the Dubious Disc. They looked at the readouts and saw nothing but data corruption and high latency feedback. Before them stood a creature that could no longer maintain a stable physical form, and assumed the code was collapsing under its own weight. To them, the jerky, spasming movements were a terminal error. They saw a glitch, but Cyrus's plan never changed. What the scientists failed to realize was that Porygon Z wasn't failing to hold its shape. It was holding its shape across a coordinate system that spanned beyond our universe. To understand why it looks so erratic to us, imagine a two-dimensional world, a flat piece of paper populated by 2D beings. If you were to stick your three-dimensional finger onto that paper, those beings wouldn't see a finger. They would see a flesh-colored circle that spontaneously appears, grows, shrinks, and vanishes out of nowhere. To them, your finger is glitching, but in reality, it's breaking every law of their two-dimensional world. Porygon Z is that finger. When you see its head spin 360 degrees, or its limbs hover in midair, detached from its body, you aren't seeing a software error. You're seeing a smooth, four-dimensional rotation being projected into our limited 3D perspective. It is moving along the W axis, and we are only seeing the shadows it casts as it phases through our world. It isn't vibrating because of a bug, but because of dimensional buoyancy. It has become too large for our reality to contain. And it's this experiment, with Porygon Z as the test subject, that allowed Cyrus's plan to be fully realized and allowed him to stand atop Spear Pillar, knowing full well that he had access to the distortion world. Given his extensive knowledge and research into the Sinnoh myths, are we truly to assume that Cyrus had no idea of Giratina's existence? He clearly knew that if his plan were to succeed, that Giratina would surely interfere. And he knew that when Giratina decided to show his face and tear apart his dream, he would need a tested way to jump dimensions and reclaim his throne as the king of his new world. But the most terrifying part of the experiment was the unintended signal. By tuning Porygon Z to the frequency of Giratina's realm, Cyrus accidentally opened it up to everything beyond the void. The glitchy Pokémon you see is caught in a permanent state of dimensional falling, catching glimpses of the infinite white light of ultraspace. It's a pre-larval entity, a digital soul currently being rewritten by the radiation of the multiverse. Porygon Z isn't a broken machine. It's the first man-made Ultra Beast, waiting for the one final glitch that will finally release it and snap the rubber band of reality, so it can fall through the floor of the universe forever. The Dubious Disc was never a mistake. It was a map, and Cyrus planned every step. But what do you think? Was Porygon Z truly a glitch? A mistake? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to like this video if you like this video, and subscribe for more awesome Pokemon theories just like this. For now, this has been Ev, bringing the blaze back. And always remember to keep on blazing.